measure the love you throw around. I could never hold you down. One of us will have to take a bow. Feeling you so close to make me drive around. Everlasting love, so much to go around. You got me so high I can't come down. I hope you know that I will never let you go. If all I do is dim your glow and fly on, baby, please just go. Your soul is the ocean, and I can't touch the floor. So full of emotion, I can't keep any more. Are we at a time where we be swallowed whole? Don't give up on us now. One of us will have to take a bow. Feeling you so close to make me drive around. Everlasting love, so much to go around. You got me so high I can't come down. I hope you know that I will never let you go. If all I do is
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Jessica Taylor, welcome. Neve, what's going on? Good to see you. Darcy, how are you doing? Well, we got 15 people and I haven't even started yet. It's always good. It's always good to have a fan base. That's always a nice thing. Zoe, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. All right. Let's do JT right there. Well, people get in trouble. They got some photos coming out there. What's going on with them photos? Are we gonna be able to get that under control or something? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out what's going on with the photos. And go to the Tarot Tower and get it recentered. Get the tower recentered so that it looks okay. We got the hand. Ooh, the scary hand. All right, there we go. All right, the Tarot Tower is recentered. We're all good. We can start with this one. It has been a minute since we've done this one. Mine as well. Cosmic Kitty, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Maruta, what's going on? Zimmy, what's going on? Curious One, how you doing? Good to see everybody tonight. It's Friday night. I hope you guys have a big weekend plans and all sorts of fun stuff and all sorts of good stuff as well. I'm pretty excited about the weekend. Going to the aquarium, going to hang out and relax this weekend, not do a whole lot, hopefully. And see what's going on. Sarah, thank you for your donation as well. All right. Will we get in trouble? We got some photos. What's going on? 8 of Cups. You know, it says it almost like that they get into a position where they need to abandon this effort, right? They need to abandon it. So I do think they get in trouble. You do have sort of the death riding in, or the consequence coming in and getting in that direction. Sarah, thank you for the donation. So yeah, there's a consequence heading their direction. Not gonna be a problem. TTV, thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate that. King of Wands also says a little bit of fiery action with all of that, right? A little bit of fire and brimstone sort of hitting with that. And the 8 of Cups, they have abandoned their effort. They don't want to do it anymore. They realize it was a mistake. They realize it was bad, and it's not something that they want to repeat. So they definitely are paying the price for this. I do think they will get in trouble for that, and rightfully so. Yeah, ain't nobody got time for photos going around. Just saying. All right, Cosmic Kitty, will I pass my motorcycle course? Oh, man. Cosmic Kitty, I talk about, Christina can back me up here. I talk about my motorcycle course quite a bit, because they taught me a lot of skills that relate to driving, not only a motorcycle, but driving a car too. Because I'm just saying, oh, you know, This Might Hurt Tarot has some motorcycles in it. Let me tell you what I learned from my motorcycle course. Number one, they said, always assume that the other person doesn't see you. And number 2 rule, always assume if they do see you, they're out to hit you. and knock you over. Rose, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. KD, welcome to stream. Those two rules have prevented me from being in any accidents my whole life. Because, I mean, they scare you pretty good in there for good reason. I mean, you know, motorcycle, you don't have an accident on a motorcycle. You have a hospital visit. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so, you know, there's a lot of life skills that came out of that course. I got to say, they scared me pretty good. And I still use those rules to this day. And, you know, it works because you want to be careful in those things. Renee, thank you for your donation. Andrew, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right. Passing the motorcycle course. Look at this. You got a wheel. I mean, a single wheel, double wheel. You're going to be riding through. Not going to be a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Ace of Cups is a celebration. The good news, right? You learn the two rules of motorcycle driving. Number one, always assume the other driver doesn't see you. And if they do, they're out to run you over. And if you follow those rules, you'll... It's a little bit on the glass half empty, I got to say. But you'll never get an accident because you're always like you're a little bit too aware to get into you're always assuming something bad is coming. Anyway, Ace of Cups says the celebration, the good news. We have passed that. We've got everything exactly like we need it. We're very celebratory. And the Queen of Cups, the emotion, the water of water, where we're ready to go. We're ready to rock it and all of that other good stuff, right? That's what I'm saying. Linda, welcome to the stream. Good to see you as well. Empty about it, but seeing a lot of signs related to owls even before the accident. Oh, wow. Gear shifting down. Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about being on a motorcycle was when you're going up a hill, right? So you're at a hill and here's a stoplight or something, right? And you're on like a steep hill and you're right here. And the car behind you gets like a centimeter away from you. You're like, dude, do you not know how a motorcycle works? I'm going to be rolling back a little bit. If you get 1 inch from me, this doesn't work. Anyway, that's my pet peeve. Obviously, don't get on any steep hills, and that would kind of fix itself. But life happens. Life happens. I used to be in Arlington, Texas. And Arlington has this freakish steep hill. It's literally like probably 50 degrees. It's hilariously bad. And I used to get on that on my motorcycle, and it was, and I'd basically just like look back when somebody was approaching, and I'd signal them like, dude, don't get an inch off me, please. I mean, come on, please. Anyway, all right. General for February. Let's get a Gregory Scotch in there. Gregory Scotch, you want? Gregory Scotch, you get. I'm saying. Manual vehicles and steep hills are not a good combo. Not a good combo. And I try to be polite. All right. I try to be polite when I see a vehicle on a steep hill. I keep a good distance because I don't want to be on their booty. You know, ain't nobody like people on their booty. All right. I mean, unless they're really attractive. Okay, let's not talk about that, though. Anyway, Gregory Scott's we'll have, and Gregory Scott's we did. So let's find out. General for February, right? February's coming up. Temperance, a good balance of challenges, things we need to take care of, things that have been, sort of waiting for us. February's kind of a things are waiting for us month. I got to say that now. Things are waiting for us. We got this person needs this. Maybe that person needs that. It's almost like a combination as we get rolling of, we do need some stuff going on. We do need some stuff happening here. 7 of Swords as well. Now, this is interesting. If someone sneaks into either a project or your life or someone like that, is what I'm saying. 7 of Swords is somebody sneaking into your business. And I think it's sort of an interesting aspect, right? Somebody that doesn't need to be there, but they're there anyway. They sort of, sidelined into your business. Something's going on. It's just very interesting. It's like, where did this person come from? Why are they into my stuff. It could be work related, it could be personal related, but somebody sort of sneaking into this. And the interesting part is they're sneaking towards the temper, sneaking towards the balance. It's almost like they want you to get up. They want you to get up. They need you to do something. They need something, right? They definitely are not going to let you just sit there, enjoy yourself, and have fun with the with just relaxing on the sand, the beach front, what have you. Ace of Pentacles, money opportunities, end of February. Not beginning of February. Again, end of February, first week of March, money kind of is on your mind. Money is a thing. It's on your mind. What are we going to do with this? How are we going to treat this? What a kind of a strategy do we have for these couple of things happening? Knight of Wands, there's a bit of difficulty as we approach the second week of March. A little bit of a difficulty. Something's in our way. A job, a task, something's heavy that's there. And we're able to do it, but we just have this overwhelming feeling of why? Why are we dealing with it? Not something that I signed up for, not something that I want to deal with. Very sort of an interesting combination with that. I know you said February, but we're bleeding into the second week of March where you have a couple of things that are just like, why do I need to even deal with this? Not something I really kind of signed up for. That's the way it goes. Anyway, JT had another question over PayPal. So, well, targeting for, okay, let's see. JT, why I target? Okay, why would I target it? Let's find out. Fam, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Get back to JT. You know, this might hurt, Tarot. I think would actually be pretty good for JT's rate. We're talking about something hurting, talking about some people that we don't want to deal with. Speaking of stuff we don't want to deal with, why was I targeted in this particular situation? 10 of Swords, man, the star of the Page of Pentacles. It almost seems like it's not random. Really? It's not random. Something is there. Something's brewing. Something's cooking back in the background. The 10 of Swords. It's like somebody needed to express something. Somebody needed to express anger or express some angst or express something in their life that they're just not happy, not content with, not happy with overall. It feels like something just pent up bad energy, pent up negativity, sort of bad self-talk, right? Bad future predictions, a lot of negativity in there. It's sort of made up to this. And the star, it seemed like they just needed to release these feelings, release these things. Page of Pentacles. They clearly need a better outlet for what they're doing or what their frustrations are, negativity or something like that. Person could use some Lexapro. They could use some counseling. They just need a proper way to sort of handle this in reality. And I just don't think they have it. And their outlet was to get that done. Holy KR, thank you for your extremely generous donation over PayPal. I greatly appreciate that. All right, jealousy. I mean, it could be jealousy. There's a lot of negativity, right? That's the thing about negativity, negative thoughts, negative feelings, okay? Once you start down that path, it just seems to blossom and snowball, right? Because you're thinking, oh, this negative thought, that negative thought. And then all of a sudden, it's like that leads to more negative predictions and feelings of helplessness and frustration. And we can't do anything about these negative things and negative predictions. So, you know, it's just snowballs. It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. And then people just get frustrated. Anyway, Nans feels from me next action. So much happening. Oh, well, YouTube user, I'm glad something's happening over there. Just saying something's happening over there. Let's get the Smith and Morty. Smith and Morty indeed is where we're going to get it, right? Where we are going to get it, where we are going to get the outlet for the next actions. So it sounds like we have some movement. It sounds like we do have some movement, some action, some things going on with this indeed. All right, don't read all upside down. It's my bad. King of Cups, In's traditional place, right? In's traditional place where they just want something they can't have. And you're looking at this JoJo situation. JoJo be dumping them soon. I wouldn't worry about that. The King of Cups, they're in a situation where they just want to be emotionally distant. They feel like that when they open themselves up, right? When they open themselves up, they get heartbroken, or they get where they just, not in a good place. And the Fool, too. The Fool's pretty powerful card here. It sort of says, hey, this is something I need to express for, right? Because I think they do like you. They've known you forever, all of that other stuff. KR, thank you for hanging out with us, and thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate all of that. Appreciate you, Kimberly. All right, looking at the Fool. They are going to take an action towards you. They are going to make a contact. I don't think it's a serious contact or anything that's big and blossoming or what have you, but this is something where they need to reach out, and they're going to do it kind of casually. Maybe they tag you in a post. Maybe they see something funny and all of that other stuff. Boo-boo, welcome to the stream. But this is about decisions. And I think they are on that precipice where they need to start making some big decisions, but they don't want to. They need to start doing some things, but they don't want to. And you get that kind of that feeling, right? They need to do things, but they just don't want to. And overall, they will be taking some action towards you. Give them a little bit of time and wait and see what happens. Indeed. All right. How does my barren love life look? Sarah, I'm just saying, Pinky Witch, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate you. All right, let's see. Barren love life. Well, that is pretty extreme. If I was a barren love life, I would be a barren love life with my deck, the Waterfall Tarot. Waterfall Tarot. Let's see what's going on with all of that. Let's see how we can affect the future with the Waterfall Tarot. By the way, I am working on a new tarot deck, and I am going to be talking all about it once I figure out all the details, because this is kind of a pain in the butt, I have to say. Getting all the details down, getting everything mapped out the way I need it, the way I want it, is kind of difficult. It's kind of frustrating, but I am working on it. Just have to get all the details hammered out at this point. So that means, what software am I using? What design am I using? But I do have a few thumbnails, ideas about what I want to do, how I want to do it. I just need to find out how to implement it. Should it look more like a children's book, or should it look more like an anime? Should it look more like just sort of a casual drawings? Should it just be solid colors with no shading? Like where do I want to go with this? And I really think it's all about how I want to express myself, right? So I'm just trying to figure out where I'm at, how I want to express these ideas, and go from there. So there's going to be quite a few prototypes coming. If you're not following me on Instagram, you're crazy. I'm about to post an infinite amount of stuff about this tarot deck. So ideas, where I want to go, how I want to do it, and people, you can give me feedback. You can say, hey, that looks like crap, or whatever, right? That looks like crap, or, ooh, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You need to let me know. Feedback is important to me, because you guys are my backbone. You guys are my backbone. I need you. Anyway, Boo-Boo, thank you for your donation. And Fam, thank you for your donation as well. All right, whoa, this spread. Barren love life is barren indeed. Sarah, there's a lot of you that is not ready for an active love life. There's a lot of you that's not ready to put yourself out there and wait for the extremes and figure out who's who and figure out who's good. And you do have some big things happening later. Basically, you have somebody that's coming back from, okay, it's almost like we tried something, it didn't work, we're going to give it a try again. One thing you do want to basically focus on is not wasting time. Here's what's happening, in my opinion, based on what I'm seeing. Here's what's happening. Somebody comes in with not true intentions. Somebody comes in with basically their own, sort of gestures, their own way of looking at things, their own way of doing things, and it's not any good for you. And you get sort of the brunt end of that, right? The devil into the Nine of Cups. It looks okay. It seems all right, but the intentions are just not genuine. They're just not good. I think that's what you've been running into, right? Sort of hitting a dead end with some of that. I think that's clearing up, right? We're able to escape this. We're able to escape this situation. The key is to understand what is wasting our time, who is wasting our time, and not activate into those, because part of this is frustration, right? Valentina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Part of this, I don't think it's an X. Quite frankly, I think it's you escaping from this situation. It's almost like you're on a pattern. You're on a mouse wheel, right? You're on a mouse wheel. You go and you try this, you get these results. You try this, you get these results. And you're just not able to get out of that pattern. I think you're able to escape that moderately soon indeed. The devil, basically, watch out for the devil. Understand not to open yourself up for the devil, not something you want to waste your time on. And I think that's kind of the good thing here. You're finally able to recognize these patterns. You're finally able to get out of the mouse wheel and escape the situation and have better results, have better opportunities, and have more quality people in your life. And I think that's where you're headed. I think that's where you're headed in February, is to start recognizing the patterns. Your brain finally just clicks and you really understand what you need, where it's at, and most importantly, how to get it, right? How to achieve this. And I think that's where you're headed. I think that's a good read. All right, let's see what else is going on tonight. TTV, love for February. Everybody wants to fall in love for February. Look at y'all. Look at you. I mean, I want to love all of y'all, not literally in February. I love all of y'all. So, you don't need, you just don't. Come back and I love you. Just what I'm saying. All right, we're going to do the Wonder World Tarot. This is going to be on Kickstarter soon from Amy, otherwise known as Push Kitty Creations. And I'm just saying, you got to back this. You got to back this immediately. A lot of good stuff going on in this deck. I love it. I love it. All right. Love reading for February. What kind of things can we get into? What kind of trouble can we cause in February? What can we do? It's only a month, my friends. It is only a month, but a lot of things can happen in that month. Oh, I love the moon. Any love reading that starts with the moon is a good one. All right. Bottom line with the moon, it looks at time. Things ticking. Time is ticking. Things are waiting for you, or a sort of an emotional correspondence, an emotional connection with somebody. It's going to be nice. 9 of coins, 6 of wands. A lot of wands here, man. A lot of wands. And this fiery aspect kind of tells me that you are looking at a countdown. I think you're looking at a countdown. I think you're looking at a 3-month countdown to something that's really big, something that really matters, something that's really important to you, the moon. A lot of different reads for this. Kimberly, thank you for your other big donation. I appreciate that. Thanks for both the PayPal and and this one. I appreciate that. All right. The moon points to a countdown with the night. Basically, something's coming in, but it needs some time. It needs some time to develop. It needs some time to get going. It needs some time, basically like a train, right? You can't get a train and go from 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. You have that moon into that Knight of Wands, a buildup, an anticipation, something good coming. And I think you are looking at the moon into the Knight of Wands. I think that is the critical piece here. Now, this is something where I think you're looking at 3 months before something big happens. You're looking at February for love. I think that the 6 of Wands points to February being an overall good month. Is it the productivity that you kind of needed? And I don't think really. I think this is something that is more building up to something bigger. And you kind of feel that, right? You feel things are changing. The weather's changing. It feels like in your love and your emotions, you feel things kind of pulling you in different directions already. And you kind of feel that if February being more of a manifestation of that. Knight of Wands does point to a level of frustration in February. I'm not going to lie, especially third week of February. It's a little bit of a frustration, but I think that after that, it improves. And again, we start building up to something bigger. 9 of Coins is a healthy, it is a stability. It is something that really makes us happy, makes us content, makes us in that joyous mode. And I think, again, you're looking at 3 months for something huge, right? Something huge. Looking at April kind of feel. I think that's going to be where you're at the end of the day. Nine of Coins is overall a very powerful card. It talks about the reward for all the things that we've been working for, we've been working towards, and I think that's going to be important indeed. Overall, I like it. I like it. We've had some frustration. It's clear, but the countdown is coming. Linda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. The countdown is coming for that. Overall, I see February as more of a build-up than anything, and a level of frustration in the third week, but basically, but that's it. That is it. Anyway, let's find out what else is going on. We got JT, we got Valentina, we got Kimberly. So let's do Kimberly, the double shot. Let's just go ahead and skip. Kimberly did a PayPal and also did this as well. So let's do that. Is Torque the one, and will he reach out? Let's get a good deck for this. I mean, I'm not going to lie. We need a good deck for this. And I think the good deck for this one is going to be the tier of oppositions. The oppositions. That is going to be nice indeed. Got my deck from Kickstarter in the mail today. Which deck did you get, boo-boo? Which deck did you pick up? Because I just got the Key Tarot, and I got another one from India. So that one was kind of fun. I'm reversing this card. I'm not going to lie. This card I'm reversing. Something's with it. Something's weird about it. Something's unusual about this one. Let's see where we're at with Torque. How Torque looks. How Torque is behaving. The Ten of Wands, that is interesting, right? Six of Cups. Then you have the Knight of Swords. Is this person the one? I think the Nine of Pentacles with the Magician basically says this person has a high degree of capability in making you happy and being content, right? Having a contentment with this person, a happiness with this person. I think that's going to be important. Magician into the Ten of Wands is unusual, especially since I turned it over. Basically, the Ten of Wands is intact in this thing, right? Blah, thank you for your donation. The Ten of Wands is intact here. So what does this all mean? I think that Torque is not the one, but I think Torque has a great opportunity to make you happy. I think Torque knows kind of who you are, almost at a level that you sense that it's like that's a very advanced, right? Very advanced feeling. I know who this person is. They know who you are. And they know who you are from a deeper level. I do think that you have known them in the past. I think that could be an opportunity as well. But this is somebody that is important to you. Definitely is important to you. Somebody that needs to sort of be contacting you in order for this to move along. The Nine of Pentacles. Overall, the Nine of Pentacles is you're not happy with Torque. Overall. In other words, we're not happy with the Torque's behaviors. We're not sort of content with what they've done or where they've been and whatnot. We expect a level of differentiation in their behavior. We would like them to do some different things. We would like them to be more active, etc., right? And the Magician says that they will be. I think they will be coming around. Now, why aren't they coming around here? That is sort of the question, right? Ten of Wands being upright. Boo-boo, thank you for your donation. Ten of Wands being upright. It does say, hey, there is some level of, Torque bringing in a little too much force right now. So almost like Torque needs to change a little bit, needs to be a little bit different for us to be completely content with where they are, what they're doing, and whatnot. We have a little bit of an emotional disconnection from them at times as well. Is this somebody that needs to be more present, needs to be in our life? Overall, I think that they will come back. They will reach out. They will be a part of your life. Knight of Swords is an active card. It's sort of riding into the future, meaning Torque is going to be there for us. Torque is going to make that action. Now, changing some of their behaviors is going to be kind of difficult. I think they're willing to negotiate some of this, but not all of it. Right? Not all of it. And that's kind of where we're at. Christina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Anyway, I think that is it. Anyway, Kimberly, thank you for your two very generous donations. I greatly appreciate you. All right. We got, let's see, we skipped all the way over there. All right, Rose. Let's find out. General reading for February. It's coming. It's coming. YouTube user, I owe you a bunch of readings over here. Look at you. All right. Eagles fly alone. Whoa. Okay, Eagles fly alone. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see. I've got to kind of get this. Rose, why aren't you appearing in my list over here? There you are. There you are. Okay, general reading for February, and let's do all of that. Let's do all that indeed. All right, I'm going to get an unusual deck, a fun deck for this, and see what we can do. Rose, reading, February, we can do it. We can do it. I have the possibilities. I have the good stuff in here. All right. Let's see, Rose. How are you doing? 7 of Swords, 5 Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Man, some stuff kind of being a disappointment. Some stuff being a little bit of a disappointment for you in February, all right? I'm thinking almost like the second week of February. It's like a disappointing situation, disappointing thing that we just get into. It's like a rock in a hard place at some point where we feel frustrated. We feel like we can't do anything, but we feel like we need to do something in the second week of February. I think the second week of February is a little bit on the challenging side, quite frankly. You got a little bit of a 7 of Swords, that action coming through, along with the 5 of Pentacles being either broke or resource-wise or just something being frustrating in the second week of February. You know, that's kind of, it doesn't really ruin February, but it does sort of get your attention. And the reason I say it gets your attention is the Knight of Pentacles. It's almost like we need to build something, right? We didn't expect this, and it makes something very clear that we haven't been seeing. We have been ignoring. We haven't been addressing, right? We have not been addressing this yet. And I think this is something that needs to take matters into your own hands. You need to address it, especially with any other family members that are around. It's almost like it's a group thing. Is what I'm saying. So I think that's sort of in February. End of February looks pretty clean overall. Man, this is something where your emotions are really sort of uptight a little bit at the end of February, though. That's going to clear up a little bit of, man, you know, February looks kind of mixed for you, right? Some good, some bad, some good, some bad. And just be aware that you have a little bit of a roller coaster, not as much as you've had before, clearly, but you have a little bit of a roller coaster in February. I think that's kind of one of the bigger messages, one of the overall feelings as we come into that. All right, Renee wants a weekend reading and then a February reading. We can do that. Oh, wait, we need to go to YouTube user. YouTube user donated yesterday. We didn't get it because we ended and all of that other stuff. All right, change the question. We can do that. We can do that, okay. What should I expect between N and me? Between the N and March, keep the distance focusing on work. All right, you're keeping a distance. What can we expect from N and I coming in to that, right? Coming into this. Man, March is not that far. That's kind of weird, ain't it? I hate saying that, too. I hate saying that. Bianca, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. I hate saying March is not that far away because I don't want it to... I don't want it to be here, quite frankly. I feel like I'm getting old. Anyway, March is coming. March is coming. That's not that far, YouTube user. I mean, bottom line, right? Bottom line. You got 2 months. Let's see what's going on. 5 of Cups, Hangman, Knight of Swords. I think N, like I told you before, I think N is coming back. N is coming back, right? The JoJo thing doesn't work. Got dumped by JoJo. And this is something where they definitely see very clearly that what they're doing doesn't work. And they understand that. That's been their frustration before. You remember me mentioning this before, right? What we're doing doesn't work. How we're doing this doesn't work. And they feel like that. They feel like there's a level of frustration here with this. And I think this is something they contact you about. It's almost like that they want your help, that they want your assistance, they want your guidance into what works, what doesn't work, etc. Knight of Swords. I need to come back. I need to address this. I need to talk to somebody. I think YouTube user is the one that I need to talk with about this. Weird, kind of a weird reading, but it almost feels like that they need something. They need something to happen. Hanged Man. Now, we already know that N is on a level of growth, okay? And they realize that the growth that they have been embracing, the growth that they have been chasing, is not quite here, which is weird because they wanted instant results, and it's almost like they expected instant results, but they're not getting it. They're not getting it. Or I just think that's right? The Five of Cups. I just have disappointment again with JoJo, with YouTube user, with these other people that I have been chasing. And I'm just not getting the results that I need, not getting the results that I want, and I don't really know what to do anymore. And I think you're going to get that feeling from them. They don't know what they're doing anymore. So, there you go. That's what to expect. And that is why they will reach out and date. Renee wants a weekend of reading. Speaking of reaching out, let's get that done. Get that done. Get that done and see what kind of Renee action we can get up in here. Renee gets the best deck we got. The best deck that we have is known as the Wizard's Tarot. And, I hate to irritate Push Kitty, but I want this to be released before anything else. Why? Because I'm selfish and I want it. I mean, I want all the bonus stuff that comes with it. I already got it, but I want the formal version with all the cool stuff. I want the pins and the stickers, and I want the bag, and I want the cloth. And I want it all. Anyway, weekend read. Renee, let's check it out. Right? Check it out. YouTube user, thank you for the donation. Page of Wands into a King of Wands. Oh, man, finding our groove. Finding our groove, Renee. Really feels like we're finding our groove this weekend. Have you started a book but you didn't finish it? I mean, a serious question. Have you started a book and you haven't finished it? Because you're going to have like this irresistible urge to just finish a book or finish an audio book or finish something that was exciting that can be wrapped up this weekend. You're just going to have this like excitement for something unusual like that, right? Like this weird excitement. Like, I never finished that. I just want to do that. I never finished this sewing, or I never finished this project. I never finished this thing or that thing. It's almost like that comes into your mind and you're sort of excited and sort of, thrilled about it. Kind of interesting indeed. A Page of Wands into the King of Wands. I need to get my starting level and I need to graduate it to the next big level, and the Hierophant as well. This is kind of I'm not saying it's a fully religious weekend, but I'm just saying that it feels like your connection with the outer world, your connection with something bigger is definitely there, and it's pulling you in directions that are unusual and in directions that are fun too, Anyway, but you get that feeling sometimes, right? Like I just need to finish that thing. Sometimes it's a book, sometimes it's an audio book, sometimes like something you were sewing or something you were doing, a drawing that you were doing, or painting or something like that, Anyway, I'm just saying, CJ, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, February reading. What can we expect? You do have Rebirth and Reincarnation, which is excellent from here. Knight of Cups, Romance, Ten of Swords. Oh, man. I hate to be cliche about the Judgment, the Rebirth, the Reincarnation. I hate to be cliche about it. But you do have the Knight of Cups right next to it, Renee, talking about an ex, talking about somebody contacting you. I'm not saying it's an ex. I'm saying this is somebody that we just never finished, or no pun intended, we just never kind of got all the way into, we just never went that next level with this person. I think they're coming back. Like a second chance. Like, we never finished this. We never got this matter closed. Let's continue on. Let's get this done. Let's maybe make a love connection. Let's maybe make a connection. You got the Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance himself, next to the Ten of Swords. We didn't finish this. We didn't actually do anything. We didn't graduate to the next level in this connection. The Judgment card, Rebirth and Reincarnation, a second chance. A second chance in February. Now, do you want to take this, Renee? Because you have a busy life. You have a very busy lifestyle. And I think this person is going to detract from it quite a bit. Okay. They're kind of like a person that needs a lot of attention. They need a lot of care. They need a lot of care, but they're a great person, wonderful person, and it's sort of interesting that they're coming back indeed. Like we have an unfinished karma for this. Fam wants to know, Valentina, I still have you in the queue. Thank you again. I appreciate you. I did not forget about you. Is M remorseful? What did M do over there? You know, I mean, let's find out if M is remorseful indeed. We're going to keep using the Wizard's Tarot. I got to. You know what I'm saying? Got a little Push Kitty creation. When is it being released? Katie wants to know. I have no clue. She said March for something. I'm not sure if that meant this one or if it meant several of them, but March was named as a possible date for some of these things to come out. So Wonder World, I'm also excited about. I think my main meat and potatoes as far as getting thrilled, getting excited about that is the Wizard's Tarot, just because I'm a Harry Potter fan. I'm not like a super fan, but the audiobooks are amazing. Now, there are two people that read the audiobooks for Harry Potter, by the way. Jim Dale and some other guy. Let's not talk about the other guy, all right? Jim Dale needs to be the one that you listen to. Now, when you go to Audible and you're like, ooh, Harry Potter book, you need to search for Jim Dale. Don't get the other guy, all right? I'm just saying. You know, a little biased, but Jim Dale reading really does all of the books justice. All of the books justice, like the Justice card. Now, is M remorseful? The World, Two of Swords, Six of Cups. Not even a little bit, no. Not even a little bit. Two of Cups. This person is either narcissistic or they're very, very disconnected from reality, okay? Narcissistic, where they just don't care, or they're very disconnected from reality. Could be a lot of weird things going on. Six of Cups, almost like a celebration. They know they're isolated, though. They understand that if they told people, people would be like, dude, what the hell are you doing? They know that. They're isolated in this crib, and they know they acted like a child. They know this, but they're happy about it. They really don't care. And the blindfold, the disconnection, right? Even the sorting hat is not talking to them. The World. It's something they feel like that they need to be doing. Something they feel like they need to be doing. So no. I mean, they could be narcissistic and don't give a crap about anybody. They're really disconnected, right? Really disconnected. Now, Fem wants to know about YouTube. Can we get out there on YouTube and make a success out of ourselves? I don't know. I tried board games on YouTube. I got a channel for board games. I tried art on YouTube. I got a failure channel in art on YouTube. And I tried tarot on YouTube. Tarot stuck. Everything else didn't. You know? Try again. If at first you don't succeed, keep trying. I don't know what the word failure is, quite frankly. I just don't. So what I did is I was like, okay, you don't like my art? I'm going to jam it into a tarot deck. And I've sold 700 copies. So I think that people liked my tarot deck and the cloth and the book. You know, I don't know what failure is. I'm going to keep trying until it freaking works. All right. Anyway, will I be successful on YouTube? King of Pentacles. Yes, that is the happy person. They are a success. They got their money. They got it done. Two of Pentacles, the devil. This is something where you may have to do my path. You may have to do my path indeed. This is something where I do need to do some decisions. I need to try something. It doesn't work. Maybe I need to try something different. Maybe I need to try something a little bit different. I think you find your niche. The problem with people on you, let me stop. The problem, in my opinion, the problem with people that launch into YouTube, TikTok, whatever, is they isolate this one little bitty piece of their life and then they put it out there on YouTube and they hope for the best, right? They hope for the best. And I don't think that's realistic. I think you can put that piece out there, but you have more things that you're good at. You have more things to offer. Use your intuition to find out what people want to see. And you not only put that out there, but you put this out there, then this. So you have this wide array of things, and you find out what clicks with the people, all right? So there is some decisions to be made, some changes, as the thought puts it, to be made here. The devil says don't give up and isolate yourself into this one little piece, right? If I stuck with board games, I'd be a miserable failure. If I stuck with art, I'd be a miserable failure. But now I stuck with tarot and I'm a miserable failure. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying. Go with your intuition, go with things, and don't give up. Never, ever give up. That's what I'm saying. All right, weekend reading. Throw some thought on the table. We can do that. We can do that. You want to live dangerously? We can live dangerously with the thought. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We got the thought right here. I can put it down. I can put the thought down. All right. The kids will continue to drain you. Ain't that right? Yeah, let's see. Weekend read. Boo-boo. What's important? What kind of things do we have waiting and lurking on the weekend? If y'all not playing the new Pokemon game, by the way, it looks amazing. I haven't gotten it because I was busy today. But I'm going to get it tomorrow. And plus, Christina's using my Switch. So, you know what I'm saying? We need to get the new Pokemon game, and we need to try it out because it looks really good. I've been watching it on Twitch. All right, where am I on the list? Valentina, you're actually after Boo Boo. You are next. JT, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right, worry and concern. Don't do it. This weekend is about worry and concern. You got too much that you are, right? You got too much that you are concerned about right now. Not something that's going to be good for you. Not something that's going to be good for you. This weekend, release any worries, release any concerns. I don't really think it's doing you any good. I don't think it's ever doing you any good. It's just that you're hitting a dead end with the worry and the concern. It's what I'm saying, right? It's what I'm saying. You want to know the cue. Everybody wants to know the cue. I'll be happy to show you. We are on Boo Boo. We got YouTube user, we got Linda, Blob, Boo Boo again, Christina, Eagles, Bianca, and YouTube user. And YouTube, and Jessica is somewhere in there. I think Jessica's somewhere in there. Maybe after Eagles fly alone. Let's find out. Jessica, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Stop worrying. Start living. That's basically the connection for that. Oh, man. Something with steel. Some object that's made of steel. It could be a car. It could be some object that you've been interested in, that you've been looking at. Something that's like constructed out of steel, or something that has a lot of metal involved with it, needs to be addressed or needs to be looked at. It could be a car. It could be maybe a building. It could be something like that. It's almost like that you need to sort of look at things, address things, and get things done as far as metallic stuff is concerned. Boo-boo, I've never said this to anybody, but this is what I'm seeing from this, right? It is a steel card, and I'm just going with my intuition. It's weird, but I'm going with my intuition. Boo-boo, you've seen my intuition work out before, so I'm going to stick with it. I'm just going to go with it. Samantha, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Money. Your scratch-offs are going to do you pretty good. This weekend, okay? I'm not going to lie. Entertainment purposes only. Never buy scratch-off based on a fat man reading cards on the internet, but I'm just saying, wealth, scratch-off's going to be doing you, especially with the Fool. Now, when you're looking at scratch-offs, you want to look for these type of colors, orange, green. All right, orange and green. The Fool, I think, is a completely useless card here. It wants to hint you into color directions. It wants to hint you into the shades that you are looking for. So you can screenshot that. If you want to screenshot that, there you go. Screenshot that. Now that you have it screenshotted, we can move on. Because I think something's going on this weekend. Drive a little farther for the scratch-offs is what I'm saying, too. Anyway, YouTube user was on. Next actions towards me. We got A. Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. A's back. A hath returned. And, I'm sorry, we're going to do this, and then we're going to do Valentina. Valentina, sorry. All right, next actions towards me. It's A. It's better than B. What are the next actions? What kind of things can we expect from this individual? Because they have been unreliable, to say the least. Not any contact. You know, you're looking at N being in your job maybe soon. That was interesting. I mean, that was interesting. But what about A? A just kind of wandered off. Three of Swords. A wants nothing to do with you right now. I'm just saying. I mean, pie lover, welcome. How you doing? A wants nothing to do with you. You got the Three of Swords, a heartbreak card. Comes in. The defensiveness from this Seven of Wands. A wants nothing to do with you right now. Right now. I'm not saying never. I'm not saying permanently. But I'm saying they want nothing to do with you. Hierophant is interesting here. It's like A is at their highest point, to where they just don't care. They just don't care. I don't think that's good for you, but they just don't care. And this is one of the few times that they just don't care. I think they're at this point where they don't give a crap about anything. They don't want anything to do with you right now. They need a break. They need a break. Now we got Valentina up in here on the PayPal donation. Hooking up. Carlo's hooking up. What's Carlo doing over there? V. See, hooking up. Hooking up. Dating. Okay, hooking up. New girl. Okay, is Carlo hooking up with a new girl? If I was hooking up with a new girl, I would use a Ciro Marchetti deck. No offense, Ciro, if you're watching. Ciro actually does watch my videos. Well, not my lives, I don't think, but he does watch my videos, because he sometimes he has like a surprising comment, like in the middle of nowhere. It's like, I think it was like one live stream or something. He used one of his decks and I made a joke or something. and he popped in the comments, and he wanted to make sure that everybody understood that's not how the deck was designed or something. It's like, it's like, whoops, I shouldn't have made that joke. Sorry, Ciro, if you're watching, if you're going to watch this, that's just a joke. All right. Ciro's a good guy. All right, now let's see. Are they hooking up with a new girl? Are they getting in there? Are they, you know what I'm saying? All right, you know what I'm saying? Okay, because ain't nobody got time for cheating. Nobody got time for a cheater.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
And I think the panties aren't yours indeed. I think the panties are new. I think this is a thumbs up. I think it's a thumbs up. They're getting a little bit of that. They're getting a little bit of the hammering out. You know what I'm saying? They're getting a little bit of the hammer. They're getting the arm and hammer, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, you got the Three of Cups. Not only the celebration, but the third party that is involved. The Two of Swords, the blindfolds have come off. The blindfolds are off, is what I'm saying. The separate worlds are not separate anymore. The Four of Swords, they're not delaying anymore. It just feels like they're just like, hey, if it's available, I'll take it. I'll bang it if it's available. I'm good. I'm easy, is what I'm saying. They turn into a slut. It's what Carlo has turned into a slut. It happens. It happens. Okay. Carlo's a hoe, is what I'm saying. Carlo, if you're watching, I mean, that's just what it said. That it says you're a hoe, Carlo. All right, Linda. Sacred geometry on the iPad using Procreate. Gonna learn to use my tarot deck. Good idea. Okay, you know what's funny as hell? Okay, Christina, you around? Shit, Christina, you like the sacred geometry from this deck. Okay, Christina, we were having this conversation earlier. And Christina was like, I like the geometry in some of these cards. I think it was like this one and this one. She was like, I like the geometry in these cards. And I think that's a popular thing. I think that's a popular thing indeed. In fact, we're going to use this deck for your reading. All right. So this is, by the way, this is the My Quality Time self-care activity cards. I say we're going to use this deck because she just had it. She just had it out, and she was commenting that she enjoys the geometry. That she thinks it's one of the better aspects of the deck, and that's interesting because now you're asking if you should include it, and I mean that's really leaning me towards a yes. There are blank cards in this deck for whatever random reason, but we're going to use this deck just because she was like, "Hey, this is something that I like. This is something that's good." We're going to kind of see what this says about it and all of that good stuff. And hope we don't get one of these blank cards. If we do, we'll pick a different one. That we did. We got, all right, so we got this one is valid. We got this one is valid. Let's get the next valid card here. And then let's get the valid card here. All right. Let's see about this and see what kind of self-care reading we got. The first thing we got is draw. Linda, this is your night. Linda, this is your night. You know, a lot of people are like, is tarot real? And you know, they'll come in and like the occasional troll, right? They'll come in and they'll say, is tarot real? And I'm like, of course it's real. Why would I waste my time if it's not? And I point to readings like this to answer the question of absolutely. Because Linda's on the iPad. Linda expressed an excitement for drawing on the iPad, getting some tarot cards made. She's all excited about it. First card we draw is the word draw, where you literally have an iPad and a pen. You literally have an iPad and a pen. It's the first card. I just randomly picked this deck because Christina liked it, and Christina was like, hey, I like this. Star Bright, thank you for your donation. Now, yeah, that looks kind of like a yes to me as well. It does mean draw. It means draw your patterns. Now, Procreate has a lot of tools built in to where you can just move a little line and it'll replicate that line all over the place. So look into that so you don't have to do it by hand. You just draw one little thing, it'll replicate it on all four sides and stuff. It's really cool. Anyway, it'll save you a hell of a lot of time. But draw says go out there and do it. Go out there and draw it. And this is interesting. This is interesting indeed. Play. And that's kind of the important part here. Julie, I thank you for your donation. Is play. Don't be too serious. Don't be too strict. Let your mind, let your imagination just go, right? Let it go. Draw and play. And make it a fun activity. Make it exciting. Make it something where you're like going to see, you can't sleep because you're so excited about what you're doing. And I think that's where you're headed. Tidy up and focus. Focus is good, right? Don't try to do the whole card in a day. It's geometry. It's going to take a little bit. Don't try to do everything. Focus. Keep your focus up. Figure out what you can do comfortably. Take plenty of breaks. Let your imagination just run wild, right? Run wild. And tidy up. Tidy up indeed. This goes back to the artistic rule of simplify, simplify, simplify. Linda, simplify, simplify, simplify. Nobody likes a busy tarot card. Look at how much flack these cards get with all sorts of crap all over it. You can still get geometry in here with a simplified card. In other words, don't go nuts, right? Don't go nuts. Get your geometry in there. Get something fun and cool in there. We got to use this deck more often. Jesus Christ. That was... Christina, that deck just nailed Linda's reading. Nailed it like, you know, sort of okay. It nailed it like home run. It hit the ball out of the park. Anyway, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Anyway, Blah is next. We got JT mixed in here somewhere. All right, Blah wants to know something. I have no idea what Blah wants to know. They didn't type it. Let's go to chat and find out what they want. Blah, I have no idea what your question is. You probably put your question up in here somewhere. Maybe. Let's find out. Oh no, did it scroll off? Blah, tell me you didn't scroll off. Tell me you typed your question. Blah, I have no idea if you typed your question or not. I ain't seeing it. Blah, you know how incompetent I am. You're going to have to retype it. I'm sorry, Blah. Retype your question. We'll loop back. To Blah. Anyway, let's mark blah as unread in my app and move on to Boo Boo. What's going on with Rigo the rodent? That is an unusual name to say the least. He's being really nice and consistent. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Rigo the rodent. Now, Boo Boo, that's mean. But, you know, Boo Boo. But Jesus, Boo Boo. Boo Boo, you're harsh tonight. But Boo Boo's not messing around. I'm just saying, I wouldn't piss Boo Boo off tonight. You know? I mean, all the nice stuff to piss Boo Boo off, I wouldn't piss Boo Boo off tonight, is what I'm saying. Let's go over here and find out about it. If we're going to get a rodent deck, because we got rodents in some of these decks, go with an animal deck, I guess, just for that. Sure, Northern Animal Tarot 2, we can do that. We can do that. That one was really neat. I mean, that's a good deck. That's a good deck. And Christine's like, why don't you use this deck? I'm like, oh. So now I'm going to start using it maybe every stream. That's a home run. I need to take those blank cards out of there though, you know? Anyway, all right. You know, Rigo the rodent, man, that's harsh. But yeah, you know, you got a little Ten of Swords action going on in there. Queen of Cups. You're rightfully here. You're rightfully there to be a little bit on the concerned side. That's what I'm saying. You're rightfully there. All right. You're rightfully concerned. They're in a good mood, is what I'm saying. They're in a good mood, okay? Queen of Cups. They're in this passionate mood. It feels like a lot of stuff is happening. A lot of stuff's going good for them. They're in a nice mood, okay? That's what's going on. They're being really nice. They're being consistent. They're in a good mood. Will they stay in a good mood? No. Queen of Swords says the other hammer is about to drop. Is that it? The other shoe is about to drop. What the hell does this say? Somebody tell me. Anyway, the Two of Swords says you're going to be blindsided when they flip, but they are going to flip a little bit towards the devil's side. They're holding something back that you haven't seen yet. That's what I'm saying. Oceany Chap, thank you for your generous donation. I appreciate you. I'm just saying. The other shoe is going to drop, or whatever the say. You know what I'm getting. Whatever the saying is going to be. The other shoe's going to drop. It's going to come at an unexpected time. Enjoy your time with them being a non-rodent. Or being more friendly, a friendlier rodent, okay? A friendlier rodent. But yeah, you know, hey, if you can get some favors out of them, you know what I'm saying? You get some favors out of them, anyway, you know, that's entertainment purposes only. All right, Christina, next week reading. What kind of things are we expecting in this next week? As with all Christina reads, we use the thought. Because that's been working pretty good with us. For the Christina reads, I think the thought has been pretty solid about the Christina reads. Let's find out what's going on with this next week. What can we look forward to? That is going to be an interesting week indeed. I think it's mainly going to be work focused, but we're going to find out. First card we got. Steel is back, but I don't think it's steel in this. Strength, movement, concern, and micromanagement. There are some changes next week in how things are treated, how things are addressed, and how things are going to be bombarded in your direction. It's almost like that somebody wants you to do some big tasks, but they're not sure how to allocate it. They're not sure how to delegate it, so they are going to approach you and try to trick you into it. Bottom line, you're going to try to be tricked next week at work. Trickery next week at work. And I think this is going to come from somebody that you already know that is, you know, good with the trickery and whatnot. This is something where it's something where you need to take some quick action next week. Not really covering your butt, but take some quick action. It's like some people need some things from you, and make sure to triage appropriately, because I think the triage looks a little bit more confusing next week than it usually does. So make sure you triage what's important first and don't get caught up in other stuff. I think you need to adequately warn somebody about something too. There comes a situation we have an opportunity to warn somebody about something, and I definitely think you should warn them. I definitely think that you should address that. It's like a big open opportunity, and you're like, this is really obvious. Should I be warning this person about this? Yes, you should. Yes, you should be warning about them, about that. Overall, have strength as per the card. Have strength, have patience with it. Take a deep breath and make sure to triage appropriately next week. All right, we got the next one. Eagles fly alone. Well, hopefully maybe they can find a friend, Eagle. Why can't they? I mean, please answer my question. Okay. Will I get success and victory? I'm working and waiting patiently for. All right. We need success. We need victory. Now, there literally are two cards in the in the deck that are the Lord of Victory, 6 of Wands. All right. Now I'm just saying we're going for this deck here, and we're literally looking at a possibility to get a 6 of Wands. Now, I want to shuffle this. Okay, and after the shuffle, I want to pick randomly. I don't want to get all excited over here looking for success and victory. And I do think victory and success for you is going to come for an unexpected opportunity. That's what I'm saying. You have justice. So I think you're rightfully so. You're rightfully on that path of this is what I need. This is what I want. This is how I'm going to get it. And I think that point is clear. I think that pathway is clear. I think what you have been waiting for is something you have also been working diligently for. You got a couple of swords. It's almost like you need to communicate with people and let them know that you expect it. Let them know that you want this success, you want this victory. It's almost like your success and victory, and many times is something that relies on other people. Basically, don't be blindfolded. See what is coming. Scan it. See what is coming. Make sure that you understand how to do that, and I think it's going to be okay. The 7 says the opportunities are abound in how you get the success. And I think taking the right opportunity, the right choice is pretty easy for you. You've already done the work. So I do think you get a level of success. You do get a level of success. I don't think you get everything that you've been waiting for, though. I don't think you get it all. And I think your success is something that is bittersweet. In other words, it comes at a little bit of a price, but you have worked for it and you get some success indeed. So I think, yes, that is a thumbs up. You get a level of success that you want. All right. Advice for love life. I'm single, focused on myself. Love your channel and you read the raid. By the way, thank you, Bianca. I greatly appreciate you. Now, let's see what kind of things we got going on with love, with passion, with all of the beauty that we have up here in the Bianca Tarot land. Art Nouveau, man, a golden Art Nouveau makes everybody happy. Advice for the love life this year. I would go over 2022. World Star. I think love life is kind of taken care of this year. The Star is a good card when you, especially at the beginning of a reading like this, you are looking at a path being laid out in front of you where you can follow it, you can get what you need, you can get that level of success. I think that's going to be important to you. The Star, follow the lead, follow the leads that you're going to get, because I do think you're going to get some pretty obvious leads are going to drop in front of you. Definitely. The World says the possibilities are more than you expect. I think you do have some expectations about what you're looking for, and I think you're able to achieve a lot of that this year. 7 of Pentacles into the King of Wands. Basically, the person that is very, very interested in you is a great person to be around. It's almost like that they give you some stuff. They give you some things that make your love life easier. It's almost like either advice or being a listening ear or something like that. This person's very valuable and they have your back. They'll literally have your back on here. King of Wands, it says take action when action needs to be taken on love life this year. In other words, I think you're guided. You're on a train. You just need to ride the train in. Okay, you just need to ride the train in. The Star, you're being guided through there. I think it's pretty obvious. The world, you have a lot of opportunities. You have better opportunities than most. You have somebody almost helping you during this process. And the King of Wands, when you need to take action, take the action. Because I think if you skip it, if you move past it, if you move back too far and you don't pounce on some things, I don't think it's going to work out very well. But I think you're pretty good. I think you're pretty good with that. YouTube user wants to know if does N want a long-term relationship with me? Let's find out. By the way, we got 5 more readings and then we are out of here for the night. We're ending soon. Oceanic Chap will be the last reading. Jessica, I've not forgotten about you. I've not forgotten about you, Jessica. I have not. King of Cups. In long-term relations with me. Yeah. Sort of repeating myself. They don't know how to get it. They just don't know how to get it. This is something where you can guide them. You can give them some advice. Again, I think they're coming to you for advice, okay? When this next iteration, it's almost like you have an opening, you have a door opening where you can give them advice. You can sort of show them the way. I don't think in a condescending manner, but you can show them where that, you know, they can be, how they can be better because they have been on that path. They need help. And I think you could be there to at least nudge them in the right direction, nudge them the right direction. So I do think that they do want that. Again, they don't know how to get it. Advice that you're going to give them could be crucial and sort of how they approach that. I think you could have some input, which I think is kind of nice. You could have some input in how they're going to do. Why is Chris asking Eric about me? Let's find out what's going on with Chris and Eric and all this weird stuff up here. By using Andrew's favorite deck, can I do that? Can I do that using Andrew's favorite deck, the Little Buddha Tarot? Let's do it. Let's get the Little Buddha. Put it down here. Find out for Samantha what's going on with Chris and Eric and all of that. Well, it's Chris asking Eric about me. 4 of Wands, High Priestess, and the Magician. They want to either manipulate you or they want something from you. They want to manipulate you or they want something from you, okay? 4 of Wands, happy home, happy family. Normally I'd be like, yay, but I'm not yay. I'm not yay. We have the High Priest. There's some things being withheld. There's some things being withheld. They're asking questions that are really kind of odd. They're asking questions that are kind of unusual. They want something from you, but they just can't approach you with it. So they're going to kind of go to the side. They're going to go to the sidelines with that High Priestess. Some secrets back there, some information being shared, and it's not what you think. It's not what you think. The Magician says overall, you have the ability to just, sort of nip this, stop this, and get this done and get this sort of stopped. And, I don't think it's harmful. I just think that Chris ain't no good. Chris ain't no good for you. I'm sorry. Chris ain't no good in this particular instance. I mean, some people may be great, but they ain't no good in this instant. All right, the dog is sick. Well, before we start, entertainment purposes only, I'm no veterinarian, so this is going to be an entertaining read. World, 2 of Wands, Knight of Cups. It'll be all right. I mean, wait, we didn't even click the thing. They'll be all right. I mean, the tarot cards, you got the World, you got the 2 of Wands. You definitely want to see a veterinarian. If they need a veterinarian, go see a veterinarian, right? Veterinarian is not going to kill you. A veterinarian, the 2 of Wands, this is something where if it looks like you need to go, you need to go. You need to go. Look, you need to have that domain, the dominion feel in there. Overall, they sort of ride in and they're okay at the end of it. They'll be all right. They'll be all right. All right. But if you get to that point where you're like, man, I think this dog needs to go to the damn vet, you need to take him to the damn vet. That's what I'm saying. All right. Weekend vibe, White Fly Tarot. You can get a White Fly Tarot indeed. Let's see a little White Fly Tarot action up in here. White Fly Tarot. You know what you like. You know what you like. You like a little white fly. This deck smelled so bad. This deck just smelled so bad. I even wrote the dude. I was like, bro, seriously with your freaking deck, man. He was like, you need to let it air out. I'm like, well, duh. I got that part, man. But I don't know what printer you use, but you need to slap them in the face. Anyway, so I let it air out for like a week, and then it finally stopped stinking. All right, weekend vibe. Well, Justice, High Priestess, couple of majors. We can do that. This is something about acquiring knowledge is going to be important. Acquiring knowledge at a cost. Acquiring knowledge at a cost. It's almost like you're looking at something that costs a little bit. That'll give you some knowledge. I say go for it. I say go for it with that. King of Pentacles as well. It was like the things cost you a little bit. If you need to spend a couple of bucks for something for knowledge that you've been looking at, that you've been waiting, that you haven't dedicated yourself to yet, King of Pentacles says spend that money. Spend a little bit. Don't go nuts. Spend a little bit, okay? Justice, High Priestess is going to give you the information. It's going to give you some stuff that you need. Some stuff that you need at the end of the day. Anyway, all right, reading for the weekend. Let's find out. Speaking of vibe, speaking of weekends, Juliet is up. And then we're going to go for Jessica and then Oceania, and we're going to be out of here. We are going to be out of here for this evening. Juliet, weekend read. Man, Saturday, Sunday, Strength, Magician, Knight of Wands. It's all like this, 2 majors and a non-major. 2 majors, a non-major. Noel, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Strength. Wow, this is sort of weird. It's like a pouring aspect, but we're linked to their heart. You need to reach out to somebody that needs you. Somebody needs you this weekend. You need to reach out to them and you need to let them know that you're there for them. You're going to be their support network. You're going to be you're going to be there for them. It feels like somebody needs you this weekend. Very important. Somebody needs you. Strength into the Magician. I need some help. I need some assistance. It's like my heart is dependent upon you. You need that. You're going to have to pour in. You're going to have to help them out a little bit. It could be emotionally. It could be physically. It could be a lot of things. The Magician as well. It's like almost somebody comes. You have an anonymous phone call this weekend, too. I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take the anonymous phone call if you get it. Knight of Wands talks about this action here, right? Being available for somebody, checking up on people just to make sure they're okay. It's like somebody needs you, right? Checking up on them. Find out what's going on. I think that's going to be this weekend. Overall, you got a pretty good vibe this weekend overall. Anyway, JT wants to know February. All right, JT, we can do February. Oops, what am I doing? I'm clicking all around the place. JT, February. Let's see what kind of luck, good stuff, good things that we can embrace and get into on February. And then Oceania Chap wants to know how Kay feels about them. Oceania Chap, hopefully Kay just loves you, Hopefully Kay just loves you to death. We all love you. Kay should love you too. If they don't, screw them. You should, just not literally, you know what I'm saying? Just, screw that people. All right, Judgment, reincarnation. That's interesting. Moon, Queen. Okay, 2 majors, 1 not major is like the fast, like 5, 6 readings. Okay, I can do that. Judgment, rebirth, reincarnation into something. Here we go again. A matter that has been closed comes back. A matter you thought has been closed comes back. It's almost like this door just can't be shut. I think ultimately you've opened Pandora's box in a variety of ways with something that you've done previously. It can't close that door. It keeps coming back. It keeps being a level of concern. The Queen. You need to take hold of your thoughts. Your thoughts are important, especially in February, because you're going to continue to have a couple of challenges. You're going to be faced with some things that you do need to resolve. You need to get control of your thoughts, whether it be through meditation, whether it be through counseling. You need to get a level of confidence, a level of anticipation, and a level of control over your thoughts. Because your dreams are trying to tell you something and they're not able to get through. Your guides are trying to tell you something. They're not able to get through. You have a lot of random thoughts. You have a lot of concerning thoughts. You have a lot of things rolling around in your brain. You need to get command over it. And I think February is going to be your time to do that. I think you could actually in February focus enough and get that done and get a lot of things resolved, a lot of things solved. Because you seem to have things coming back that you thought you solved. You seem to be on a mouse wheel as far as some situations are concerned, and February is going to repeat itself. It's time to get off of that. It's time to get control. And I think a level of control is quite possible right now, especially in February. How does Kay feel about me? Let's find out if they love you, because we all love you. Where's my thing? We all love you. I'm just saying.
I love you.
Yeah, put it on. They should only take like 15 minutes. All right, so let's find out. Oceanic Chap, how does Kay feel about me? I would say that they like you overall. They do. This is somebody with an 8 and an ace. I need to get in it. I need to get up in it. I need to get some action. I need to get some excitement within here, right? The 8 into the ace. I'm looking for a new opportunity with Oceanic Chap. It's almost like that they want a new opportunity. They want something exciting. They want something that's going to be fun. It's like they want to engage you into something that's going to be great. And they just haven't had the time, or they haven't had the patience, and it's just not an opportunity that they've had yet, and they want to take it now. They want to take it now. I don't know. I think they're done waiting. I really think they are, right? Because that is a very action-oriented card, especially around the 9, especially around the 9 as well. Hanged Man says, don't accept everything immediately. You know, don't accept everything as is, because there is a situation, sort of a connection that's here, but I wouldn't take it all at once. I would take it a little slower than you would usually take it, if that makes sense. Anyway, that's what I'm just saying. Overall, they like you. They want an opportunity. They want a chance. They want to get up in that. They're set. They're all set. They like it a lot, right? Oh, man. They have an addiction issue. Okay. Oceanic Chap, entertainment purposes only. They have an addiction issue. Something with addictions. Anyway. And that's it for me. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate y'all, and we will see you tomorrow.